Some people might be wondering when operations consulting is appropriate for their business. In this video, we will discuss when operations consultants should be called in and whether an operations consultant is right for you. You want to call operations consultants when you're facing a problem that needs someone with the expertise and experience. That means if your business is already running smoothly but for some reason there's an issue or it just needs more work than the current team can handle, then operations consulting shouldn't be necessary. You should work with your operations consultants by calling them in and letting them do their job. Operations consultants have years of experience that no one else in a company has, so they know how to solve problems quickly and efficiently, which will save time and money. So, what is an operations consultant? An operations consultant is a person that is hired to help in operations. They provide expertise in operations, strategy, and operations management, and help companies make operations more efficient. An operations consultant will help you improve your operations through a wide variety of services, such as business process analysis and design, strategic planning for operations management, information technology systems development and implementation that includes data and voice networks. They also can provide assistance with capital investments in automation engineering or the use of off-the-shelf operations management systems. An operations consultant can help you make operations more efficient by looking at the process from start to finish and mapping out potential problems before they happen. This includes finding bottlenecks in your operations or developing a detailed timeline of processes that are necessary for each task in order to improve the communication between departments, creating a more efficient operations process so it can be executed in a timely manner. An operations consultant will also help you find the best way to execute an operations function through training and work with your employees, which improves efficiency by reducing mistakes made during tasks. When should a business use operations consultants? A company that needs operations consulting might be in trouble, but it could also just be maintaining operations. Whenever a company has doubts about their operations, they should call in operations consultants for advice. Operations consultants can help companies find and fix problems through analysis and research, data collection, or testing, among other methods. In order to figure out when operations consulting should happen, businesses need to have clear, measurable objectives. The business should have goals to reach and objectives that the operations consultant can help them with. The operations consultant will then come up with a plan for how to meet those objectives. How do you work with an operations consultant? An operations consultant is basically there to listen to your operations problems and offer solutions. They will work with the management and operations team of the company to try and help them identify possible solutions. Hiring an operations consultant can be helpful if you have been experiencing difficulties for an extended period of time and need someone who can help you focus on ideas and implement change that will improve operations. They're often an unbiased third party who can offer different perspectives, which may be helpful when trying to solve a problem. Operations consultants also gain inside knowledge of operations through their interactions with management that they would not otherwise have access to as an outsider. This can be valuable to operations personnel who need guidance navigating through the company and figuring out what changes should be made in order to improve operations. The best times to use operations consultants are during major business transitions, like mergers or acquisitions, when old systems might not work with the new systems of a company. They can also be used in times when operations are experiencing difficulties and need an unbiased outside opinion to get them on track again. What should operations personnel do when they are faced with a problem? The first step in solving an operations issue is to figure out the root cause of the issue. This can be difficult, but operations personnel will need to know what has been causing problems before developing solutions and implementing changes. They also need to have at least some idea about what operations are expected to be doing, so that they can identify what operations are not successful. Doing a root cause analysis involves collecting data about the operations and analyzing it in order to try and determine what could have caused the issue. The operations personnel should also review any changes that may have been made, since these might be affecting operations as well. Once operations personnel have collected all of the relevant information, they should work together to come up with possible solutions. One way operations personnel can try and find a solution to an operations issue is by brainstorming potential ideas and deciding whether or not they would be useful in solving the problem at hand. If operations personnel are stumped for ideas, then it may be time to consult operations consultants so that they can help identify solutions. Operations personnel should expect their operations consultant to put in a lot of effort when working on the project. They may need to spend hours interviewing and surveying people, reviewing data, and coming up with ideas for possible improvements. They also need to be able to stay unbiased and objective when they are reviewing operations. It is important to know whether operations consultants are the best use of time and money for a project before engaging one. An operations consultant will typically need to devote at least 6 months to work with your team, which means they cannot be used as short-term fixes or quick turnaround tasks. How operations consultants can help with efficiency. The operations consultant should be able to find and implement solutions that will save time on repetitive tasks, so you are not spending hours doing something that could take minutes. They also may have connections or knowledge of a system which would work better for your business than what is currently in place, saving the company money or time. When operations consultants are not the best use of time and money. An operations consultant is not a good idea if you do not have enough resources, such as people with the right skill set or budget to implement their recommendations. They also may be cost prohibitive for small projects. An operations consultant should only be engaged when the operations consultant can be a valuable asset to the company. A business should use operations consultants when they have a project that requires it, such as an efficiency improvement or if there is no one on staff with the right skill set to fix what needs fixing. At other times, operations consultants are not needed and may even cost too much. An operations consultant should only be engaged when the operations consultant can be a valuable asset to the company. Conclusion. Operations consultants are an important tool in the operations management arsenal. They can be used to help improve efficiency, find solutions that work better than what is currently being done, and even save money or time. Operations consultants should only be engaged when they will provide a valuable service to your company, not for short-term fixes where their skill set won't make much difference. They should be engaged with your regular operations staff to create synergy between areas and ensure that everybody understands their roles in operations management. If you have more than one location, it's also wise to employ an operations consultant to help with operations in each location. Operations consultants can help businesses in a variety of ways. If you've been struggling with operations, strategy and management for an extended period of time, it may be worth hiring someone to come take over those responsibilities. Operations consulting is not only good when your business is starting out, but also helpful as you grow or if there has been recent turnover among staff members that are needed to keep operations running smoothly. There's no better way to avoid costly mistakes than by bringing on some expert assistance from the get-go. So, when do you think you should bring in an operations consultant? Let us know your experience in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more weekly consulting videos.